just a quick recap. Create a template so that I can use it for other projects that are 2D Godot game projects. Quickly set things up and get onto the things that we needed to get onto. Right? For beginners, I wouldn't necessarily recommend. You're like, oh my gosh, you're just gonna get overwhelmed with a bunch of things. You're drinking from the firehouse, right? Because you're just gonna be completely unfamiliar with the structures and the settings. Definitely would not recommend doing this templating aspect until you're actually kind of familiar with the with how the game works, right? How do you create a game, that process, right? Or the basics of a game. We're going to have to create a HUD, the heads up display. We're going to go ahead and create what it would look like in a kind of a quick sketch form. Who are we going to be targeting this for? And sure, but Charles, you can say something like, I'm going to say this up front. I just haven't, I didn't do the market research, the BA, what's the indie game field is like. I didn't do any of that research. And there is a reason why I didn't do that. And that's because, one, right, I don't want to scare myself. Right? We don't want to be paralyzed by so much analysis. Make the next Lethal Company, make the next Hollow Knight, right? But I don't think that should be the case, that we should have that kind of mindset. Because one, I'm a novice. I am not an artist. I am not a game developer. And so I should temper my expectations. But that being said, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't try my best. Right? Try my best and see where it lands. Once you gain that experience, the experience of just going through the whole process one time, at least one time, there's just some things that, facts, data can tell you, but you can't. But experiences is something that you live through it. You engage with your five senses, maybe multiple senses. You can even sense, like, hey, this just doesn't look right. Right? That understanding and having that foresight, because you have the experiences, is what's going to build upon your foundation. New ideas will come whenever they are. This inspiration, I love it how, in the original Star Fox, right, you can actually you have your shield bars, you got your bombs, and maybe this is your firing rate, but you also can utilize your allies. I'm definitely thinking about adding allies within my game, and just create more variety. And so maybe this is actually getting to the part where I have to create the story. And I think audience would prefer for the player to not have the dialogue box. Okay. So we're going to design the protagonist, right? But are we going to have allies? And usually your allies will be the one who's kind of talking. But me showing this on the stream is going to ruin the surprise. I don't want to really necessarily tell them, like, oh, okay, shoot, right? I want them to kind of discover it themselves. So I'm trying to figure a way how we can tell them to shoot, and like what all these stuff means. Coming up with the HUD design is actually much more difficult. Oh my gosh, this one. Oh snap. Okay, I definitely not play this one. Wow. Namco, huh? So let's go ahead and shoot 'em up games. Okay. So my game is a shoot 'em up games. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be able to deploy missiles, strikes. or whatnot. Yeah. You know what? Then we can probably call this the HUD placeholder. Yeah. I'm just gonna go here. Go with this design. You know, if you do me a favor, if you like this video, and then you subscribe this video, and you turn the bell notification icon on, that will help me a lot. But that being said, well, today is Valentine's Day for here in the US. So, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you get many chocolates and have a good time. And I will see you around later.